So a couple of days ago, the former Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, the third richest man in the world, and Lauren Sanchez got married. And this wedding was in Venice, Italy. It was estimated to have cost between 47 million and 56 million. The number is kind of shaky. We're not really entirely sure. It had this extravagant number of guests, ranging from different celebrities and wealthy people to the current president's eldest daughter Ivanka, um, and it sparked a lot of protests in the area from people who believe that their city is being treated as just an avenue for rich people to go and basically hold these extravagant events while the people around there are struggling financially. I was thinking about this because when I did my video a happy ending, I started off, this is just like pure coincidence, just talking about how for me the most important thing, if I met some, people say the one, but just some woman that I would actually get married to, the most important thing would be being together. um and it's like when I hear that someone would drop 50 million, around 50 million on a wedding, right? This one day event that after that one or few days, however long this thing went on for, it's over, right? I thought it was nuts, but it's really a commentary on how when some people, because Bezos's net worth is like 200 billion, so when some people have a lot of money, they get to a point where they basically don't know what to do with it. Um, like they'll go and piss out hundreds of thousands of dollars, or in this case, tens of millions, on something that very easily could have cost a hell of a lot less, just because they can. For them, it's a drop in the bucket. And it's like, I guess this event was so interesting because we talk about how the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, but it's like they're not buying a house, they're not acquiring some company, or hell, even filming some overpriced movie, because we've talked about how with Disney, for example, a lot of the stuff they're producing is costing so much that they basically have to make obscene amounts of money to even be considered commercially successful. They will spend 50 million on an event that's going to at most last less than half of a week. Um, and the people who were around that area were just not having it. Yeah, that's the one thing about being rich. You can buy a lot of things. You can buy TV time. You can buy these different expensive trinkets, right? Like I heard that the ring was 5 million. But you cannot buy the favor of the public. And I always think about how, like, we were talking about the different conditions of workers, and again, all the people at the top of these companies, no matter how bad they're getting treated, right, with either subpar working conditions or whatever, you know, the ones who founded the company or the CEOs, they're always doing extremely well off. They're not missing a meal. They're not having to work in 50 or 60-degree weather, or 100 something degrees while wearing whatever. It's amazing how, like, they are almost turning themselves into not even humans because they're so insulated from the consequences that are affecting everyone around them. God, how many of us would want to get married and, like, maybe it'd be nice to do it in some other country, but not for no damn 50 million. And the worst part about this story is that there's always going to be those, uh I don't even know what you would call them, the people who have like delusions of grandeur, where their response will be, "Oh, well, they're rich so they can do whatever they want with their money." It's like, yeah, no one's saying that they can't, but that's kind of the point, that there are so many other things you could do 50 million with, that to use it on this one day event just seems kind of nuts. I mean, imagine how many people, like, we already talked about the government and just the billions of dollars they spend on these different wars, but like, imagine how many people could be put through school with 50 million or fed for a year with 50 million. And it all goes to this stupid ceremony for uh, basically a very wealthy prick who only got his money from screwing his workers and some woman that he's probably going to be divorced from in 5 years. It is everything's so backwards, man.